Hey there. Thinking about a career at the University of Glasgow. That's amazing. Let's dive into what makes this historic university so special, especially for academics like you.
Right, and we've got some awesome info from their website about careers and opportunities.
Yeah, some really fascinating stuff. And luckily, I've got our expert here to give us the inside scoop on what it's really like.
I'm happy to share my insights.
So first off, the University of Glasgow. Founded way back in 1451. That's like crazy old.
1451, wow, that's even before Columbus sailed to the Americas.
Seriously, it's one of the oldest universities in the English-speaking world. Talk about a legacy.
So it's not just about age, though, is it? It's about maintaining that level of academic excellence for centuries. That's pretty impressive.
Totally. And it's not just the university itself. We're talking about Glasgow, Scotland. What's it like living and working there?
Glasgow's got this incredible energy. It's a true cultural hub with amazing arts and music scenes.
So there's always something going on.
Always perfect for academics who need a creative outlet outside of work.
Makes sense. That kind of environment can be so stimulating and enriching.
Absolutely. And let's not forget those connections and collaborations that can come from it. It really drives things forward.
Okay, let's talk opportunities. What kind of academic jobs are we looking at here?
The University of Glasgow has a really impressive range of disciplines, from humanities to the sciences. You name it, they've got it.
Sounds pretty comprehensive.
Oh, and they seem committed to supporting their academic staff, fostering innovation, providing the resources for faculty to truly excel.
So it's not just empty promises, they actually walk the walk.
That's the impression I get. And practically speaking, the application process seems pretty straightforward.
Tell me more about that.
Well, everything's online, which is convenient. They're really transparent about job descriptions and deadlines. No hidden surprises.
Transparency is key. No one likes a guessing game when it comes to their career. From your experience, what do you think the university really looks for in potential candidates?
Well, they emphasize research excellence and global impact in their materials.
Interesting. So they're not just looking for someone who knows their stuff.
Right. They want people who are passionate about pushing the boundaries, thinking big, making a difference.
People who want to shake things up a bit.
Exactly. They're likely looking for experts in their fields who are excited to collaborate, contribute to that intellectual community, and ultimately see their work make a real-world impact.
That's fantastic. Okay, speaking of the bigger picture, the University of Glasgow highlights 5 key reasons to choose them. First up, research excellence.
It makes sense. They consistently rank among the top universities globally for research.
Wow, that's a big deal.
It really is. You'd be at the forefront of your field with access to incredible resources and opportunities for collaboration. Hard to beat that.
Absolutely. And this ties in perfectly with their next point, global impact.
Right. Their research goes beyond the university walls. They're tackling real-world problems with faculty contributing to solutions on a global scale.
I bet that's incredibly rewarding, seeing your work make a tangible difference.
I can imagine. Now, they also highlight their location as a cultural hub. We've touched on how vibrant Glasgow is, but what specifically might faculty enjoy? Well, Glasgow has something for everyone. Incredible museums, live music for every taste, historic architecture, it's all there.
So there's a lot to explore outside of academia.
Absolutely. And it's all right there. You don't have to go far to experience it.
I like that. Their fourth reason, inclusivity. That's so important, especially in academia.
I agree. And it seems to be more than just a buzzword for them.
Oh, how so?
Well, they're deeply committed to fostering a diverse and inclusive environment, a community where everyone feels welcomed and respected.
Creating that sense of belonging can make all the difference.
Absolutely.
And finally, career development. How does the University of Glasgow support faculty in that area?
They offer a ton of resources and opportunities to help faculty reach their full potential. Mentoring programs, workshops, you name it.
It sounds like they really invest in their faculty.
They do, and it's a smart move. Investing in their people ultimately strengthens the entire institution. Everyone wins.
Makes sense. And speaking of legacy, we can't forget their impressive alumni network. They've produced some truly remarkable figures.
It really is impressive, a testament to the impact of the institution.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We're talking Lord Kelvin, the pioneering physicist and mathematician, Adam Smith, the father of modern economics, Maggie Smith, the acclaimed actress, David Livingstone, the famed explorer, just to name a few.
Wow, that's quite the roster. Shows the breadth of talent nurtured at the University of Glasgow.
Totally. It speaks volumes about the quality of education and the lasting impact it has. Plus, having that kind of alumni network is a huge resource, even after graduation.
Yeah, those connections can be invaluable throughout a career.
I have to say, I'm feeling pretty inspired. This has been a great overview of what the University of Glasgow has to offer.
We're just getting started. There's so much more to discover.
I'm excited to hear more. Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll delve deeper into their groundbreaking research and what it's like to actually live and work in Glasgow.
All right, so let's dive into some of the actual research going on at the University of Glasgow. Their work on chronic diseases is especially interesting.
Oh yeah, what are they focused on?
They're tackling some really big challenges like diabetes, cardiovascular disease, cancer, the major ones.
Wow, those are huge. What's their approach?
Well, they're not just looking at treatment, they're really focusing on prevention and early intervention.
Interesting. So getting ahead of the problem rather than just reacting to it.
Exactly. It's a more holistic approach, trying to reduce the impact of these diseases by addressing root causes
Yeah.
and preventing them in the first place.
Makes sense. Prevention is always better than a cure, right?
Absolutely. And their work in precision medicine is really cutting edge. They're tailoring treatments to individual patients, based on their genetics and lifestyle.
Wow, that's fascinating. Like personalized healthcare.
Yeah, exactly. Moving away from that one-size-fits-all model, it's pretty incredible stuff.
It sounds like it, really pushing the boundaries of medical research. What other areas are they making waves in?
Well, their sustainability and climate change research is very impressive. They have a whole institute dedicated to finding solutions.
That's great to hear, given how urgent the climate crisis is.
hmm
What are they focusing on within that?
Renewable energy, sustainable transportation, even ways to reduce the carbon footprint of our food systems. They're really looking at it from all angles.
That's a comprehensive approach. It's not just research, though, right? They're actually putting things into practice.
Yeah, absolutely. They're also educating the next generation of sustainability leaders, which is so crucial for long-term change.
It sounds like they're covering all the bases: research, education, and real-world implementation. Now let's switch gears and talk about Glasgow itself. We know it's a vibrant cultural hub. What are some must-do activities for someone new to the city?
Well, for art lovers, Glasgow has an amazing museum scene. You can't miss the Kelvin Grove Art Gallery and Museum. It has a massive collection spanning art, history, natural history. It's really something else.
I've heard it's one of the most visited museums in the UK.
It is. And then there's the Burrell Collection with art and artifacts from all over the world. And for a more contemporary experience, the Gallery of Modern Art showcases cutting-edge work in this beautiful neoclassical building.
So there's something for every taste. What about the music scene? We hear it's pretty lively.
It is. Glasgow has this rich musical heritage. It's known for producing some legendary bands. There are live music venues everywhere, covering every genre imaginable.
Rock, pop, jazz, classical, it's all there.
You name it. And for history buffs, Glasgow's industrial past and Victorian architecture are fascinating to explore. Even the university campus itself is quite historic.
Oh, I've heard the main building is architecturally stunning.
Oh, it is. A beautiful example of Gothic revival architecture. Walking through its halls is like stepping back in time.
I bet. Imagine all the brilliant minds who've walked those halls over the centuries. And being right in the city center means everything is easily accessible.
Exactly. You get that perfect mix of academic stimulation and urban excitement right outside your door.
For someone moving from another country, what's the culture like in Glasgow? What are the people like?
Glaswegians are known for their warmth and friendliness. They have a great sense of humor and are super welcoming to newcomers.
That's always reassuring when moving to a new place.
Definitely. And Glasgow is a very diverse city. You'll meet people from all walks of life, all different backgrounds. It's a very inclusive atmosphere.
A city with a big heart, it sounds like. It offers so much, culturally and intellectually. Easy to see why it would appeal to academics.
I agree. And the University of Glasgow is right in the heart of it all, playing a key role in the city's intellectual and cultural life.
We talked a lot about the serious side, the research, academic environment, cultural offerings. But what about something fun, something quirky about Glasgow? Anything we might not know?
Well, would you believe it? Glasgow is home to the tallest cinema in the world.
No way. I'd love to see a film there. What's it called?
It's called Cineworld Glasgow Renfrew Street. 18 screens. You're bound to find something you like.
I'll have to check it out if I'm ever in town. What about food? Any local specialties?
Oh, this might surprise you, but a deep-fried Mars bar is a local delicacy. You won't find that anywhere else.
A deep-fried what?
You heard right. It's definitely a novelty, but it gives you a taste of the city's playful side.
I'm always up for trying new things, even if they sound a little strange. It's all part of the adventure.
That's the spirit. Glasgow embraces its quirks. That's part of its charm.
This has been such a fascinating look at the University of Glasgow and the city itself.
Absolutely. It's clear that the university is not only a leader in research and academics, but also deeply connected to Glasgow's vibrant culture.
We've gotten a real sense of what it might be like to actually live and work there. A city with a perfect balance of intellectual stimulation, cultural richness, and a warm, welcoming atmosphere.
It really does seem to have something for everyone.
So we're back. We've really explored what the University of Glasgow is all about.
Yeah, a really fascinating deep dive.
What are your final thoughts?
Well, the University of Glasgow clearly has an incredible history.
Yeah, and they're so dedicated to their people and their research.
They're really committed to excellence in research.
Totally. And it's not just about, like, staying in their own academic bubble.
Right. Their focus on global impact shows they want to use their research to solve real-world problems.
I love that. They're making a real difference,
Wow.
which is so inspiring. And we can't forget about Glasgow itself.
Right. What a city.
It seems so vibrant and welcoming.
It really does. It offers everything. Amazing museums, a cool music scene, and a warm and friendly culture. Seems like a perfect place for academics to live and work.
I agree. That balance between intellectual challenges and a rich cultural life is pretty ideal.
Totally. So, for anyone thinking about an academic career, what makes the University of Glasgow stand out to you?
That's a great question.
I think it comes down to this. If you're passionate about your field and want to make a positive impact, the University of Glasgow is the place for you.
It's a supportive, intellectually stimulating environment where you can chase your academic dreams.
And be part of something bigger than yourself.
Exactly. A place where you can really thrive. Okay, before we wrap up, do you have a thought-provoking question for our listeners? Something to think about as they consider their own academic path.
Well, maybe ask yourself, what kind of impact do you want to make on the world through your work? And could joining an institution like the University of Glasgow help you achieve that?
I love that question. Makes you think. And if the University of Glasgow sounds like the right place for you, you can find all their open jobs, plus positions at other top universities around the world at academicjobs.com.
It's the perfect website to explore academic career options. So many choices.
Well, that wraps up our deep dive into the University of Glasgow. Hope you found it helpful and inspiring.
Remember, keep learning, keep exploring.
Who knows? Maybe we'll see you on campus someday. Bye for now.